Those people who was caught at Diddy party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders in that house. That's a big house. But he had 250 tape recorders.
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
Just when people thought the Diddy documentary closed the book, 50 Cent stepped back into the spotlight and made it real clear he wasn't finished yet. Instead of wrapping things up, he started teasing unreleased tapes, raw footage, and moments so intense they allegedly left grown men emotional. The streets immediately caught on, because this wasn't just talk, it sounded like a warning. One clip already had the internet buzzing last year, the one that spread everywhere.
What? Yo, wait a minute! Wait, you didn't hear this? No!
Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against ass cheeks. I heard struggling to take. I heard being like, yeah, daddy, when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling, like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all.
And had people shocked by what they thought they were seeing. At the time, Meek wasted no time trying to shut it down. He jumped online fast, calling the clip fake, saying it was AI, blaming bots, and claiming there was a coordinated campaign to smear his name.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was real. Nicki put that out there. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh, man.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
So then who's the guy who's claiming he recorded it?
Oh, somebody that got paid?
He wrote, "Oaks, my voice so powerful as a black man from the ghetto worldwide, they want it gone. I'm a real king, straight out the trenches, under control of no human."
Okay, so.
But that's not a diss. Meek likes being brought up in that song. I don't know why you lowering his thing. You think you're doing him a favor. He's very, very happy being mentioned, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
They learned how to damage can't stop us of brands from bots and campaigns like politicians.
He says, I'm gonna kill you academics, and what I'm gonna do is, he says, first things first, he says, someone send me academics' address.
Right, he said, I'll die to shut you down.
Yeah, then he says, I'm going to die to do it.
Strong words, heavy energy, and a message that sounded like a resistance. But the problem was the internet wasn't reacting off vibes alone. People started picking apart the details. The audio didn't sound random, and whispers began spreading that someone inside that party, allegedly a security guard, claimed he recorded it himself. That rumor alone shifted the whole tone, because now it wasn't about theories, it was about access. That's when Jaguar Wright stepped in and made things explode even more. She went public claiming Meek's ex, Nicki Minaj, was allegedly behind the leak. According to her, Nicki supposedly paid the bodyguard and helped orchestrate everything. That claim was wild on its own, but what made it worse was Nicki later appearing on a podcast and joking that Meek loves controversy and wasn't even bothered by the leaked audio. She laughed it off, kept it light, but that casual tone made people stop and look twice. Then academics jumped into the mix, and when he speaks, it never stays quiet.
Y'all already know how we playing out this. It's real life.
Real life.
Yeah, nigga, no Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me, you
Talk
heard?
that shit, Meek. Yeah, Meek.
He started hinting that Meek was allegedly Diddy's favorite, and that's when Meek completely lost control online. He fired off emotional posts and threats, saying he was going to unalive academics. That reaction flipped public sympathy fast, because instead of letting the situation cool, it looked like panic taking the wheel. Big words were thrown around, big promises made, and then suddenly, nothing. No proof dropped, no updates, no follow-ups.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
But just silence. And in internet culture, silence after loud energy doesn't look neutral, it looks suspicious. After that, Meek tried switching lanes. He publicly aligned himself with the so-called No Diddy gang, distancing himself like he wanted zero association with that name. But the internet doesn't erase history. Old clips resurfaced immediately, videos of Diddy jokingly calling Meek daddy.
Now, because this is a lot of the personal footage of Diddy. It shocked a lot of people. And I know, 50, the way you run, this cannot be all that you have. Is there other stuff that you just have not shown?
Yeah, well, everything couldn't make it was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot. You had to pick and choose things like that.
So are you coming out? I know next year is going to be a number 2, season 2.
I just put it on YouTube.
I just put it on YouTube. Well, we can subscribe and get it.
Stuff people laughed at before suddenly felt uncomfortable when replayed through a darker lens. The reactions online went wild. One user joked, "His ass is on fire." Another said, that whole burning, cooling it in the pool.
It's so smooth. French vanilla, you gotta try it.
Yes.
For real.
People weren't holding back, and the jokes kept piling up as more footage and photos came back into circulation. Then there were the pictures from Meek's infamous 27th birthday party in Vegas, the one Diddy reportedly hosted at the Parisian Palace. Matching outfits, coordinated entrances, dancers everywhere, and people laid out as part of the party setup. Guests later described the mansion as completely wrecked by mourning, broken glass, used protection scattered, blood on sheets, belongings left behind, total chaos.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friend. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
This is a special birthday for both of us.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Good morning, buddy. How are you feeling today? Giselle, we right here, baby. We gonna make some magic tonight?
And according to whispers that never fully disappeared, that was the same night the compromising recording was allegedly made. Fast forward to now and 50 Cent drops Sean Combs' The Reckoning. Not only that, he starts hinting that he's sitting on and more footage the public hasn't seen yet. Immediately the streets circle back to one name, Meek Mill, because if 50 really opens that vault...
Yes, man, I sold my Lamborghini, I sold my Rolls Royce, I sold my Cadillacs. Yes, sir, ski. I ain't gonna lie. This thing, humble yourself. I ain't gonna cap to you. Fuck, I got a floss for you niggas, bro. Thank God to God, I ain't got a floss for you niggas, man.
The real question isn't whether Meek denied it, but whether he's just the beginning. Another name keeps popping up right behind him, out of French Montana. This side-eye didn't start yesterday. French and Diddy weren't just industry friends, they were inseparable. Same trips, same parties, same rooms, same energy. Old photos resurfaced that had people zooming in, questioning why the body language looked way too comfortable for two bros. One user straight up said they looked like they were spooning. Diddy never hid his favoritism either. He named a vodka flavor after French, took him everywhere, pushed his career heavy and treated him like family. The whispers never stopped though, with people claiming that Bad Boy support didn't come free.
But they say nah, I ain't gonna say that. I heard about that though, but I ain't about to say that. But
What was
I ain't about to say on my you and Diddy. Yeah, you and Diddy.
You and Diddy what?
You and Diddy.
No.
They say he was.
Him and Diddy what?
I'm just saying the rumor.
I ain't never heard this, YK.
They said he was. How you knew that? How you
Now I'm about to Google because I ain't never heard this one.
Cause nobody would ever say that one.
Oh, yeah. So here goes Envy.
They said he said he was Diddy's boy toy.
What?
I was in Jamaica with him.
Oh, I see it now.
See?
I was Osiris in Jamaica with his alleged boo Diddy.
Allegedly, French's rise came with strings attached, favors behind closed doors, and loyalty demanded off camera. That birthday footage resurfaced too. French shirtless, oiled up, Diddy right beside him singing like he was celebrating himself through French. Then there's that clip that aged real bad where Diddy talks about making magic together. Back then, it was brushed off as jokes. Now people are saying that wasn't celebration energy, it was ownership energy. One user wrote, another said Diddy sounds way too happy and asking how are you feeling today, should all tell you. And with rumors of tapes still floating, folks aren't shocked. French's name keeps coming up right behind Meek. Then comes YK Osiris, and the timeline gets ugly fast. Back in 2021, YK was publicly struggling, selling off expensive cars, crying online, saying he'd been humbled. People felt bad for him, until suddenly, boom, luxury villa in Jamaica, private views, 5-star living, and who just happened to be there? Diddy. YK tried calling it a healing trip, but the post told another story. Same pool, same property, same backdrop, same energy. Then came the massage video and the fruit platter post, and at that point, the internet wasn't confused anymore. It was connecting dots. That angle alone had people convinced Diddy wasn't just present. They believed he was behind the camera the whole time. The streets started calling the Jamaica getaway a sponsored trip, not a vacation. What looked like healing suddenly felt transactional, and once that narrative took hold, it refused to let go. Things cracked wide open when YK's baby mother jumped online and dropped a bomb without giving details. She claimed she caught him with another man, said no names, offered no explanation, and disappeared immediately. That silence made people start connecting dots, and many began wondering if the mystery man was Diddy. When YK later sat down on The Breakfast Club and Charlemagne brought up the rumors, the energy shifted instantly. His body language said more than his words ever could. Eyes moving fast, hands fidgeting, hoodie being pulled tighter. He laughed, but it wasn't humor, it was nerves. That moment stuck with viewers because panic doesn't hide well on camera.
I just want to die. That's what I want to do. I want to die. That's what I want to do. I want to crash out right now and just like this like life. I swear to God. It is, man. This industry is not what you think it is. Don't let these people fool you, man. Before in social media, I'm gonna give y'all a little background with me, man. Like, my life is not perfect, man. Don't think because I'm on Instagram showing this, showing that, I don't got a perfect life either. And I want you to understand that just because all these rappers show all this money and show all this fame, don't think their life is good. It's not. These people are always faking and let you know that this is not what y'all want. Do something that's low-key. Do something that can help you out other than being a target or a flashy. Because God can take this away from you real quick, and it's not a blessing from God. And I tell people that 24/7, this is the devil's game. It is not. This is not no God's game.
Since then, YK's online behavior has looked unstable. He started posting about feeling used, feeling empty, and hinting that he didn't want to be here anymore. People split fast, some saying he knew what he was walking into.
You see, I'm gonna tell you something. They always want you to, you know what these rappers, all these singers, all these big rappers y'all look up to? They always tell you what the good part about, but they never tell you what the bad part. And that's crazy, man. Yeah, they got all this money, but they're dealing with emo spirits. They're dealing with killing themselves. They're dealing with, man, come on, man.
Others believing he was pushed into situations way above his level. Either way, if recordings exist, many feel his pain didn't come from nowhere. Another name kept circling back into the conversation, Usher. People forget Usher was very young when he lived with Diddy.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
It was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
Sent to New York for mentorship and industry guidance. Years later, Usher admitted that what he saw during that time was curious.
Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
And added that he would never allow his own children to experience what he did.
Because I know the topic is sensitive. What happened to Usher?
Kid to the hospital. How you send him to the hospital? Man, bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time.
That statement aged louder with time. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, later hinted that Usher was taken advantage of during those early years. Back then, many dismissed it as exaggeration. Today, those words don't sound so easy to ignore. Over the years, rumors followed Usher into adulthood, including lawsuits and health-related allegations tied to his personal life.
Filed a lawsuit in California this morning against Usher Raymond for failing to tell people he had a sexually transmitted disease before being intimate with them. According to the lawsuit, Mr. Raymond, better known by his performing rhyming name of Usher, was diagnosed with herpes back in 2009. Apparently, he has never publicly denied it, and Bloom filed the lawsuit on behalf of 2 women and 1 man who say they contracted herpes from the singer.
At the time, people laughed them off. Now they replay them differently. What made things darker was what came next. Usher eventually became a mentor himself, which brings the story to Justin Bieber. Justin was just 13 when Usher introduced him to Diddy.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
Who signed to Usher?
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
Old footage resurfaced of Diddy joking about spending 48 hours alone with Justin, saying what they were doing couldn't be discussed and calling it every kid's dream. At the time, it was brushed off as jokes. Today, people see those comments through a much more serious lens. Years later, Justin began breaking down publicly. He cried in interviews, spoke about betrayal, addiction, and isolation, and quietly unfollowed nearly everyone tied to his early career. Usher gone, Scooter Braun gone. That didn't feel random. Many believe Justin was distancing himself from people who failed to protect him when it mattered most. Now, with talk of unreleased footage back in the air, people are questioning whether Justin's emotional scars connect to moments that were never meant to surface.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second.
But possibly did anyway. Another artist pulled into the conversation is Burna Boy, and this one shook the international scene. Diddy executive produced Twice as Tall, a Grammy followed, and public praise flooded in.
Justin Bieber unfollowed his former manager, Scooter Braun, on Instagram, which sounds really minor.
It sounds sort of very high school.
But it is a big deal, especially for celebrities. And then the really surprising thing is after Justin did that, Scooter deactivated his entire Instagram account.
Emotional posts, hand-holding moments, and brotherly energy were celebrated at first.
How you look at your brother, how you look at your wife. Yes. What's up, boy? Triple, quadruple. Hold on.
But fans are now replaying everything in slow motion. Then an image hit the internet allegedly showing Burna in a compromising position with Diddy. No proof, no confirmation, but it sparked chaos. Clips resurfaced of Burna getting unusually close to Diddy.
Everybody just they rush, they go America to snap with Diddy that year. But after Burna post his picture with Diddy, the next year I've been at the same particular year, Burna won Grammy. You understand me? All I they do since in Aichiche. So I just they wonder. Burna Boy, this video, I they ask you question. Don't get offended. Now question I they ask. How many oil did he drop for your nyash before they give you that trophy? Burna, how many oil did them rob for your nyash before? Burna, I'm asking you serious question.
They trying to set him out so he'll feel too embarrassed to file his lawsuit against Diddy for what Will and Diddy did to him. With Jaden and Justin present, that tape exists.
Including one where Diddy lifted him off the ground during their first meeting. Back then it looked playful, now it looks uncomfortable to some viewers. Nigerian artist Speed Darlington mocked the situation publicly. Burna reacted hard, threats were made, authorities got involved, and then silence followed.
Well, he's talking in code. No, I said I'm not giving my ass up. That's not a code. Ain't no code to that. I'm not bending on even no couches. Y'all niggas ain't running up my asshole. Ain't no studio for me to go to. to go get raped and be looking like somebody's funny. Get the out of here. None of that shit.
Fans started questioning why Burna moved like someone protecting something fragile. When Diddy's deleted post resurfaced hinting he helped secure Burna's Grammy, the relationship started looking less like brotherhood and more like leverage. Since then, Burna's behavior has raised eyebrows.
Saying, I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the oosh-gosh goose-mash. You gave me the oosh-gosh muaf, the smoosh-mash. Diddy. Yeah, son. I mean, you gave me the oosh-gosh muaf.
Cancelled shows, public outbursts, mood shifts, fans noticed the change. With rumors of tapes floating again, many believe Burna's name sits closer to the surface than he wants. And just when it seems like enough names have been pulled in, Brashear Gray enters the picture.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no. We don't know about that.
Okay. Because I do.
Young, talented, and once positioned as a rising star from Empire, his life unraveled fast. Jaguar Wright hinted that Brashear was drawn into industry circles he wasn't prepared for, allegedly involving powerful figures. Lawsuits followed, mental health struggles surfaced, arrests happened, then an isolation set in. Industry contacts stopped returning his calls, and Orlando Brown echoed similar claims, saying acting unstable was sometimes the only way to survive after seeing too much.
Let me ask you something, Ray J. What do you think about the undercover community?
I think that if you roll in undercover, right, there's no need to, because I think the opportunities are endless if the truth can set you free.
He alleged that powerful figures tried to control him and pushed him toward harmful behavior. Another heartbreaking name tied into broader industry failure is Aaron Carter. While Aaron never directly named Diddy, he spoke openly about being exposed to adult environments too young and about people who should have protected him failing to do so. His words now echo louder in a world finally willing to listen. People close to him said he had been opening up more before his passing, finally talking about trauma and moments he never had the tools to process as a kid. He was unpacking things he buried for years, things that shaped him long before fame showed up. And when you line up Brashear, Aaron, and Orlando next to the others, the pattern starts screaming. Fast rise, elite access, and then a public breakdown. Now let's talk about the next name spinning through the mix. Soulja Boy. This one loud because Soulja has been moving like he's completely untouchable. Ever since Diddy went down, Soulja's been clowning everybody, throwing shots at Diddy, Meek, and anyone else tied to the mess, posting reckless stuff online, calling other rappers cupcakes.
And he was like, take this, you white bitch, right? Like he kept, like he's very like into like the race play stuff. And then, but here's the thing, I don't know if this was really him or it was like drunk him or like, yo, I'm nervous. I'm like, is he gonna hurt me? Is he making music? Oh, I'm so nervous. And that thing was big, Tasha.
Most skinny men got big.
No, that thing was big, Tasha.
But most skinny men got
I'm gonna be honest, that thing was like fat and it goes, here's the thing that makes it different. It goes to the left.
Okay.
Like Tasha, it's long and it goes to the left.
Oh, okay, so it's got a curve.
Yeah, to the left.
Acting like he was never anywhere near the madness. Remember when he made that wild post saying, if Diddy ever tried me like any of these gay rappers, I would have killed his B-ass? Then he jumped on X and tweeted, didn't Diddy F you in the ass? He was loud, aggressive, and trying to look fearless, but the streets don't forget, and they definitely don't ignore receipts. Nicki Minaj once hinted on Live that Soulja wasn't as clean as he pretends. She asked him directly about low-key rappers in the industry. He laughed it off, but it wasn't a confident laugh. It was that nervous laugh you do when someone almost says your name out loud. That moment stuck with people more than he realized. Then Nicki followed it up with an IG Live, alongside Ray J, talking about undercover rappers who deal with men on the low but disrespect women publicly. She didn't name names, but the internet already had one face in mind. Soulja Boy. Folks felt like those darts weren't random. An old podcast clip resurfaced too, with William the Baddest claiming Soulja got involved in some questionable behind closed doors activity at an industry event. Back then, people brushed it off as clout chasing. Today, with talk of unreleased tapes and hidden footage, people are rewatching everything Soulja ever laughed away. What really raises eyebrows is Soulja's behavior pattern. He always tries to expose others before anyone can question him. That's usually not confidence, that's panic wearing bravado. Talking loud doesn't erase what might already be captured on camera if insiders are telling the truth. Now with all these names resurfacing, leaked footage floating, and more tapes rumored to be sitting in a vault somewhere, the real question hits different. Who's actually innocent and who's just been quiet long enough to avoid the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this conversation is far from over. And if you want to stay ahead of everything coming next, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications right now. Trust me, if you thought this was wild, click the next video popping up on your screen because it goes even deeper and it's just as crazy.